This isn't a fairy tale. It's not about flashy speeches or empty pep talks. It's about the quiet power that lives inside you, the self-discipline buried under your chaos. Look at the man in the shadows, Thomas Shelby, and across continents, John Wick. One ruled the streets of Birmingham with steel in his veins. The other, an American assassin known as Baba Yaga, carved a path of vengeance through the darkest hearts. Neither of them begged for respect. They claimed it, not with noise or tantrums, but with calm resolve and lethal intent. Tonight, I'm going to peel back the layers of what makes these legends magnetic. We'll dismantle the chaos of emotions that holds you hostage and turn it into raw fuel. We'll build 8 unbreakable habits, the same habits these men live by, that will magnetize respect around you. And we'll crown it all with the silent weapons of a true shadow warrior. No gimmicks, no fluff, just truth wrapped in dark velvet. By the time we're done, you won't just understand this mindset, you'll embody it. So pour yourself a stiff drink. Turn off every distraction. By the end of this masterclass, whether you're walking into a boardroom, a battlefield, or back into the real world, you'll carry the calm menace of Shelby and Wick. Because remember, respect isn't given, it's earned. Let's start at square one. The foundation of every powerful transformation is emotional mastery. Thomas Shelby didn't win by flying off the handle. John Wick didn't survive by acting on pain alone. Emotions are the wildfire in your mind, beautiful and dangerous if you know how to harness them. But unchecked, they'll consume you. Imagine the trenches of World War I, bullets whipping overhead, comrades dying. That was Tommy Shelby's schooling. He saw men break under fire. After the war, he promised himself, never again. Back in America, picture John Wick returning from Vietnam, a man haunted by war, trying to fit into a suburban life. He had a dog, a wife, a dream of peace. But when that peace was stolen, he buried his emotions deep to fuel his mission. He didn't scream, he didn't panic. He took deliberate, deadly steps. Key lesson 1, master emotional control. Learn to breathe through the storm. Neither Shelby nor Wick lets emotions hijack their brain. Science backs this up. When anger or fear floods you, your amygdala takes over and rational thought shuts down. Instead, they breathe, deep, slow. They own that panic or hurt, one calm exhale at a time. Practical exercise. The next time anger flares, try the assassin's pause. If your boss snaps at you or a jerk cuts you off, don't counterattack immediately. Count to 10 slowly, breathe in through your nose for 4 counts, hold, then exhale through your mouth for 6. Feel your mind click back on. See yourself as John in the bathroom fight. Of Chapter 1, blood on the tiles, pain building, and yet, with each breath, he resets to 0. He didn't let the hit affect his aim. You won't let that insult throw off your night. Key lesson 2, turn pain into purpose. Forge a weapon from adversity. Tommy's demons, the nightmares of war and betrayal, didn't chain him. He sharpened them like a blade. John's heartbreak, the loss of his wife and puppy, didn't break him. It baptized him back into purpose. Every punch life lands is a lesson. Shelby didn't overdose on sorrow. He asked, "What does this teach me?" John didn't get lost in grief. He asked, "How can this power my resolve?" Remember John after the worst day of his life. He buries Daisy, then calmly sifts through his arsenal in the Batcave, one bullet at a time. No tears in his voice, just an icy decision. Every ounce of his pain fueling every shot he takes. Tonight, when something guts you, a breakup, a failure, Don't whine. Write it down. Ask yourself, how does this sharpen my edge? In a month, that defeat becomes the kickstart of your empire. Key Lesson 3. Build unshakable confidence. Walk like you own the world. Confidence isn't handed out like candy. It's earned in the mirror every morning and in battle every night. Thomas Shelby had nothing to prove because he'd conquered hell. John Wick, a man with a $14 million bounty on his head, yet he walks into hostile territory as if he's at home. Why? Because they know their worth. Start your day with a Shelby simile. Stand tall before the mirror. Chin up, shoulders back. Take a breath and declare, I am the king of my world. Mean it. No hesitations. Then go out and make one small claim for that confidence. Ask for a promotion or tackle a hard conversation. Each win is another bullet in your chamber of self-belief. Now we have the steel that never bends. No more letting emotions rail you. You're standing as a fortress. Ready? Good. Time to forge habits that will make you magnetic. 2. The 8 habits. Forge your charisma in Shelby's and Wick's fire. Respect is a cocktail of aura and action. Both Tommy Shelby and John Wick mastered their presence and behavior. These 8 habits are your recipe. By layering them, you become the kind of man people envy, fear, and want to follow. Habit 1. Move with deliberate calm. Let the world chase your shadow. 3 minutes. Watch how John moves. Every step is quiet purpose. In Chapter 3, he walks down a rain-soaked New York alley toward a fight he's already decided he will win. No haste, no frenzy. Thomas Shelby? In a room of chaos, maybe a backroom deal gone sideways, he slips through a crowd like slow-moving water. Why? Because speed screams insecurity. When you rush, you panic. When you glide, you own every second. Drumming fingers or restless feet? Stop. Walk like you have all day, because once people know you do, they'll stop rushing you. Practice it at home. Walk slowly down a hallway. Yes, slower than normal. Feel how shifting weight evenly from heel to toe slows your heartbeat. That's a wolf's stride, not a rabbit's. Habit 2. Command with steady eyes. Hold their gaze, then twist fate. 3 minutes. John Wick's eyes, hard, focused, unblinking. Hello, Swedish upbringing. Shelby's eyes, equally cold. Look at any showdown. Neither of them looks away first. It's not anger, it's assertion. They're telling the world silently, I'm here and I'm not intimidated. But here's nuance. Hold too long and it becomes a challenge. Glance away too soon, you look afraid. Pitfall to avoid. Staring too long can provoke. Fixate for 3 seconds to seize attention, then break to the side. Shelby does it all the time in Peaky Blinders meetings, locks an enemy's gaze, then ducks a cynical half smile. Partner up. Have a friend time you. Maintain eye contact for 5 seconds, then look away. Notice how they respond. If you keep twitchy glances, tighten it. Master the silent stare. 60% of conversation eye contact in a normal meeting. Act it out at home. Stand in front of the mirror. Look into your own eyes for 10 seconds. Own what you see. Why it works. Reacting emotionally is like leaking your internal secrets. Stay stone-faced and silent, and suddenly they question themselves. Road rage or nasty email. Respond when calm. Write a draft reply to that jerk, then sleep on it. 90% of revenge emails should never be sent. Role play. Have a buddy insult you viciously. Pause 5 seconds. Then respond in a calm, collected tone. Don't over-apologize. notice how the power shifts. Habit 4. Own the room. Be the quiet storm in the crowd. Neither Shelby nor Wick needs a microphone, but in a crowd, they don't shrink. Think about Shelby at a rally. He doesn't shout. He extends an arm or raises his flask, and suddenly 200 eyes are on him. Or Wick at a continental ballroom. No words, yet when he enters, a hush falls. Hack. Use your posture and small gestures. Raise a palm flat at chest height to silence a room. When you speak, lean forward subtly. This isn't showboating, it's gravity. It says, film yourself, introducing yourself to a mock audience, even just to your phone's camera. Notice if you slouch. Now, correct. Chin up, chest out, shoulders back. A little volume. Project from the gut, not the throat. Soon, you'll walk into even a packed conference, and that old phrase rings true. They'll listen. Habit 5. Speak with unquestionable conviction, words that land like blows. John Wick doesn't mince words. Say hello to my little friend comes to mind, but better. He rarely says anything, but every word feels like it's on a contract. Shelby? His barbs and promises echo through the underworld. These men know what they want, and they state it like it's already done. No, maybe. No, I hope. Just will and is. Tone. Tip. Lower your inflection at the end of statements. Snake around, I will get this done, with a downward emphasis. It leaves no question. Next time you promise or demand something, end your sentence like a period bullet. For example, instead of, I will improve my negotiation skills, try, I will negotiate my worth, starting today. And believe it, soon people feel that certainty in your voice like armor. Habit 6. Harness the pause. Let silence sell the moment. When John Wick is in a crowded room of assassins, he barely speaks. But if he does, like the moment he whispers, "Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back," into the line of fire, you feel it. He paces his words like shots between fights. The same with Shelby. He drops a phrase and lets the coughs, gasps, or silence fill the hangover. How to use it. Don't rush your finishers. You've made a strong point. Stop talking. Let it sink. Dropping a barely audible move can chill blood. Aim for an average of 120 words per minute when you talk fast. Then try 100. Drill. Read a paragraph of this script out loud, but imagine each sentence is a grenade. After a punchy line, count 2 beats in your head before the next. Feel the weight the pause gives your word. Habit 7. Make quiet words cut deep. Whisper like a blade. Neither Shelby nor Wick screams. They deliver truth in soft tones that bruise harder. In Chapter 2, John calmly tells Viggo Tarasov, "You can either hand over your son or you can die screaming beside him." It's said with such lethal calm it sounds like mercy. Shelby. He crouches to your level and soothes or threatens you softly, and because you're close, his words snap like thunder. Build it. Be a teller of subtle but deadly truths. Lead with knowledge of what the other person really wants or fears. Speak to that. Practice lowering your voice slightly when delivering a punchline or a hard fact. No one messes with a man who smiles just before spitting fire. Habit 8. Lead with carrot and stick. Give them heaven or hell. Both men knew how to balance sugar and gunpowder. Shelby generously shares gold when loyalty is proven. John paid his debts and rewarded help. He named his puppy after his wife, for Christ's sake, and offered endings to grief-stricken souls. But cross them. They won't think twice. Shelby's signature was a blade on your neck if you betrayed him. John's was a silent phone call, like, "You came to the wrong house, friend." Ethical spin. You don't have to kill people with bullets, but you can wield consequences. When you need compliance, promise a real reward for help. Deny or betray. Let the absence of that reward sting. Example, in a meeting, if someone meets your deadline, publicly thank them with a gift card or praise. If someone ghosts a commitment, subtly note, "I'll consider my options," and watch them squirm to fix it. These habits are powerful on their own. Stack them together, and you become unforgettable. You're no longer just one man in a crowd. You're the epicenter people orbit. Naturally quiet or introverted, this is for you. John Wick was quiet as a grave until he became the storm. Thomas Shelby speaks softly until he demands the room. Here are the final tricks to make the silence work in your favor. Trick 1. Use subtle signals. Even silence has volume. John Wick doesn't flash hand signals in broad daylight, but watch the beginning of Chapter 3. He flicks his fingers by his ear, and the 7-point flying incantation triggers. It's enough. You too can use body language as a speak-nothing shout. If someone's interrupting, slow raise your palm up gently, no yelling, just a clear stop. Want attention? Place a single finger to your lips momentarily. These little moves don't scream, but they carry authority. Apply it. In a meeting full of chatter, lift your hand quietly. People will pause, sensing something important is coming. In a bar or social group, tilt your head toward a friend. Someone will translate your direction if you need quick clarity. You control the volume without opening your mouth. Trick 2. Build allies, not adversaries. Praise the lions in your pride. Even silent types crave respect. Here's the deal. Shelby kept his men's loyalty by publicly crediting them. He'd say, "Arthur's the muscle, I'm the mind," making Arthur feel strong. Wick trusted characters like the hotel concierge, Sharon, treating them with honor and kindness. Be the kind of leader who hands out respect in public. If a colleague nails a project, give them a nod or mention in front of the team. If a friend helps, repay the favor without boasting. Why? Because when you lift others, they carry you up too. People follow quiet, generous confidence 1,000,000 times faster than they follow fear. Trick 3. Perfect your body language, your silent anthem. Imagine John Wick walking into a room, chest out, head level, purpose in every step. No slouching, no timid gestures. That is silent authority. Even when Shelby is sipping whiskey alone, his posture screams confidence. Elbows slightly tucked, legs apart, the world kept at bay by an invisible boundary. Power pose drill. Before any important engagement, do a 2-minute power pose. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, hands on hips, the superhero stance, or lean against a wall with arms spread. Science says it raises testosterone, but even if that's bunk, you feel invincible. Carry that walk into the room. People will subconsciously give you space. Trick 4. Never yield to provocation. Your silence is a weapon. We already discussed it, but it bears repeating for a quiet storm. When others push your buttons, do not give them the satisfaction of flinching. Let them rail or rant. Watch as the explosive energy gets exhausted. Shelby lets an angry rival waste an entire night, cursing before striking at dawn. John let an antagonist bark at him and only responded when the villain's anger had peaked and he... Final nail. If someone tries to intimidate you, give them nothing. No reaction. Sometimes just a slight smile or head tilt. This not only conserves your energy, it sends a message. Your words and violence are irrelevant to me. You've been given the blueprint: emotional mastery to discipline yourself, habits to build an aura, and silent tricks that make even your quietest actions speak volumes. Now the question is, will you build this new man? No one will hand this to you. Shelby and Wick didn't get there by whining about how tough life is. They clawed it out. Today, you start scratching those same etchings into your armor. Pick one habit. Maybe it's that assassin's breathing in a crisis, or that power walk down the hall. Practice it until your friends feel weird if you don't do it. Day by day, add another. This is how mere men become legends. Self-discipline isn't easy, but it's the most honest path to true respect. People will test you at first. They always do. But when they see you smile at them just before delivering hard truth, or watch you stand unmoved as chaos erupts, they'll know. In time, they'll start wanting what you have: a reputation, a presence, an aura that defies words. Go forth. Use the calm of a warrior's heart to fuel a mountain of success. Build your empire, whether it's a business, a family, or the empire of your own mind. Because in the end, you either stand up and claim the night, or you fade with the dawn. The choice, by order of your own destiny, is yours. Each step from here on is victory over the version of you that almost gave up. Each sunrise is a reminder of the promise you made. Each beat of your heart drums, keep going. Feel that? That's not just adrenaline. It's the power of purpose surging through your veins. You have learned to harness it. Now, wield it. And when doubts creep back, as they will, remember this moment. Remember how it felt to stand in the ruins of who you were and decide to build anew. Doubt cannot survive in the face of such conviction. Rise now. This is what you were meant for. From here on, you are the weapon and the warrior. Nothing will break you because each day you will bend it. This war was won the moment you decided to fight. Now go forth and conquer. The choice is yours, and the time is now. You've done more than just listen. You have made a choice, and that decision will shape all your tomorrows.